What up, what up, what up, y'all? It's your boy Moan T. You know what that means. Time for me to entertain you with 5 minutes. The channel's called 5 Minute Cigar Review because me, give you 5 minute cigar review. So let's get into it. Today's special guest is the Sindicato Miami edition. This is 2015. I got a new light, if you can see, nice and bright. It's gloomy outside today, so I had to use a light. I don't always use it, but it does give me more glare than previously, and I got to figure out how to fix that anyway. Sindicato Miami Edition 2015. Pretty good cigar. Nice cigar. Good looking cigar. Look at that. Nice, shiny, and oily. Not overly oily, but got a good amount of oil to that wrapper there. It feels good in your hand. It feels nice and tight. No soft spots. Not a lot of veins. Not a lot of bumps. Nothing. Just a nice looking cigar. Lasted a good long time. I probably got about 2.5 hours out of the last cigar I smoked, or the first one I smoked before this one, and I enjoyed pretty much every minute of it. Now, there's a little downside to it because it's nice and tightly packed. It's got a pretty tight draw, not a deal-breaking tight draw, but on the border, on the cusp of a deal breaker. And because it's such a tight draw, I think that's why it constantly goes out if you're not working on it. You can see I've only been talking for less than a minute, and if I don't keep drawing on it, it's not getting enough air in there, and so the smoke goes out. It's got a pretty tight ash. I've already had to tap that ash once. I got to tap it again, and there it is. Pretty even draw. It's a good looking cigar. The biggest downer is that draw and the fact that I got to light it if I'm not working on it. Let me tell you what it has in it. It's got a Nicaraguan Corojo wrapper. It has a Jalapa Nicaraguan and Esteli binder, and the filler is Nicaraguan Jalapa and Esteli as well. A lot of Nicaraguan tobacco in there. Usually gives us some spice, but this one, the spice is pretty mild. It's sort of in the back of your mind kind of spice, not hitting you in the face. A little bit back in the mind, sort of I'd say a black pepper, but again, not very strong, really mild. The dominant flavors in here for me are leather. It's got a creaminess and a little bit of coffee. Those three sort of stay throughout the cigar. You can taste that all the way through. Some of them get like in the beginning, I think it was more leathery, and towards the end it was more coffee. And there's also like a savoriness, but not like a meaty savory. Almost like when I first was tasting, I thought grassy, but not grassy. And I thought, oh, you know what? More like a vegetable soup kind of savoriness. Does that make sense to you? Sort of a vegetable-y, grassy, I don't know, salady, I don't know. There's a vegetative savoriness to it. I don't even know if that makes sense, but that's what's in my head as I'm smoking it. I better take a puff. See? If you don't work it, it starts to die out and you lose that smokiness. And I love a smoky cigar. I'm in my man cave, and I got the fan going, pulling the smoke out, but if this room doesn't get smoky while I'm smoking a cigar, I feel like the cigar is not smoky enough. So the one thing again I have to harp on is that draw. It's a very tight draw. I don't know if you can see my cheeks. I feel like I got to work too hard for it, but if I don't keep going, again, the cigar goes out. The last time I smoked it, I probably had to relight it at least 3 or 4 times in those 2 hours. I like a cigar where I don't have to worry about it. I can set it down for a good minute, 2 minutes without having to think about it, pick it up, and get right back to smoking. If I let this sucker down for about a minute or so, it's out and I got to relight it. Or if it's not out, I got to really, really, really draw on it to get it lit up again. Again, because the draw is tight, I don't feel like it's getting enough air in there, so you just end up, again, having to relight it or work it. So because of that, I'm giving this bad boy about 3 fingers. I probably would have gone 3.5, maybe even 3 3/4. It's because it's a tasty cigar. It's pleasant. It's pleasurable. But that draw is a really downer. Again, it's not a deal breaker, but close enough that I have to down it from the 3.5 to 3 fingers. There you have it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share the video with all of your friends. Share it with everybody. And please leave your comments. And y'all will see me soon. Be cool, stay smoky, and as always, peace out.